Oh! Oh, hey, Colin, what are you doing back?
I never left.
Jack slips without realizing it and reveals he is the mastermind of the conspiracy. Spoilers!
This is giving the whole movie away.
Box!
Yeah.
So the first movie we have here is Robo Chick. Although technically it's Robo Chic.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to seeing Robo Chick. Oh no!
That's weird. I don't remember any of that. Hey, who's that guy?
I'm Jim. I'm also a visual effects artist from Canada.
Jay, the Canadian visual effects artists are multiplying again. God damn it. What are you guys looking at? Well, Colin, since you're still in America, I can think of no better thing to do than to watch 3 American action movies.
Sounds good. If the cops won't stop the gangs, he will. And
Who's he?
Well, this guy that's out of focus on the front cover of the VHS.
Is he holding a muffler?
I don't know what he's holding.
And then, yeah, the random gang members are just cut out from stills of the film. It's truly a terrible cover.
Yeah.
Hopefully the film is terrible as well.
Yeah, well, it is in the action genre, so I think that's perfect. And $4.99, that was a pretty good deal.
$4.99, yeah. That's...
And street gangs have turned a peaceful community into a war zone. Automatic gunfire rips through the night. Innocent victims are mowed down in drive-by shootings, and the cops say they're powerless to stop the assault.
Well, so what's the problem?
Well, but this neighborhood has a new power. The gang's rule is over. A Special Forces Vietnam vet has just declared war.
Okay, so this is like The Exterminator with a boombox.
Yes.
Okay.
In the video, in the YouTube video, the trailer, he does use a Ghetto Blaster as a weapon.
No shit.
Yes.
With you here now, I know we can turn this thing around.
What? You know what? We had the same argument 3 years ago.
But I thought that...
Dad, I appreciate
What?
it.
Is that English?
I thought you meant...
That's the only take we got.
Just kill the father so we can start killing people with a boombox. Let's get this on with. Come on.
Looking for something, old man?
What are you doing to my cat? What are you doing to my cat?
Oh, no!
Hi, Rich Evans.
Hello, Jim.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
There's a movie here called Terror in Beverly Hills, starring Stallone.
That name sounds familiar. Stallone.
You want to hear about the movie?
No. It sounds terrible.
I don't get it. Terror in Beverly Hills. When the president's daughter is kidnapped, it's up to an ex-Marine to save her. The problem is that the terrorist leader has a lingering hatred for him, as he has been wrongfully blamed for the death of his wife and children. The action heats up, though, as the two mortal enemies confront each other with extreme violence.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Oh, what?
Why would she come out?
Oh, I hear gunshots. Let me investigate.
The bullet went clean through his shoulder. He'll be alright for now. But he'd be better off in a hospital. Shut up. Okay.
Ready to die for what they believe in. I told the president yesterday I felt if we gave in to those terrorists that those boys would try to run the whole show. Yeah, and do away with that.
Oh, my God.
He's so great.
Yeah, and
Well, our final film tonight is the highly anticipated Killing American Style.
I wonder if that's a prequel to Killing Canadian Style.
How do you kill Canadian style?
Through kindness.
Actually, the reason we're excited about this film is that it's the long-lost film from the director of Hollywood Cop,
All right.
Samurai Cop.
Oh, awesome.
And now we have this, which I'm assuming was originally titled Killing American Style Cop.
This rounds out the Cop trilogy.
Yes,
All right,
yes. This was recently released. I don't think anybody has seen it. I don't even know if anybody saw it when it came out.
Awesome.
But there are all kinds of killings. No punctuation. Okay. There are all kinds of killings. The best is American style. Starring Jim Brown and Robert Z'Dar.
Oh, sweet.
And a guy that is not the Samurai Cop guy, but looks just like him.
But they're reusing his wig, I think.
Andrew Martin from Facebook says, raping, robbing, kidnapping, killing. The action continues. Okay.
I love that guy's reviews. Facebook.
Andrew from Facebook.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
great.
totally.
Yeah. A gang of hot-headed brutes led by Tony Stone, Robert Z'Dar, a sexual sadist, John Lynch, himself? I don't think he wanted to be known as the sexual sadist.
Is he a sexual sadist in real life?
That's what they're implying, I think.
Wow.
And sexual sadist John Lynch, himself. Execute a robbery with some inside help. A bloody shootout with the LAPD ensues, and the criminals are apprehended. After a brief stint in the slammer, the gang escapes a prison bus with the help of Tony's brother Jesse, who is critically wounded in the process. He needs a doctor fast. A hospital visit too risky. They seek out other options. So
is this the whole fucking plot?
There's more.
Oh my god.
There's so much more. Now on the run, they commandeer a palatial residence, taking hostages. All-American good guy John Morgan, some guy from Rambo 3, returns home. Returns home from where? Becoming a pawn. What the hell is happening in this movie?
How does it end?
Sent out to retrieve the doctor. Oh my god, I don't want to read this anymore.
It's gonna spoil the movie.
All too aware they will face systematic execution when his usefulness expires, Morgan's killer instinct takes over. He now must outwit and outgun the would-be thieves, American style, or his family may not live to see another day. I'm fucking exhausted.
Oh my god almighty.
Why don't you give me a little kiss?
You want a kiss?
Yeah. No.
So awkward.
Oh no, the doctor was convulsing on it. What the fuck was that?
Dr. Fuji.
The mom's horrified. Just look at it.
Oh, what?
Fuck.
You're dead. You're dead now. Stay still.
What do you guys want?
These must be the guys that the radio was talking about.
Shut up.
You shut up.
This is like watching something made on another planet.
Well, we watched 3 classic American action movies this week. How quickly do you guys want to get back to Canada now?
Yeah, I think if this is all you have to offer, I'm gonna change my flight tonight and head back.
Okay.
So, thank you.
All right.
End of discussion.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Please like us on Facebook.
So the first movie we watched was Ghetto Blaster from 1989, right?
Yeah.
Does that sound right? And Colin, this was your find.
Oh,
We're putting the blame for this on you. So why don't you explain what happens in Ghetto Blaster?
Okay, first off, I have to give you a big Canadian sorry for this because I sent this down to you guys and the trailer looked amazing, I have to say, and like you can understand why, because you know when you distill this movie down to say like a few minutes, it's got everything that should be good. So plot-wise, like what is it? It's Richard Hatch comes back to his old neighborhood, I guess. He's been away for a while. And the neighborhood, we've many times are told, has changed.
The neighborhood has changed.
Things have changed since you've been here.
Like you told me, things have changed around here, right? This neighborhood is going down the toilet.
And be careful out there.
Ma, it's my own neighborhood, right?
No, it's not, Travis.
Oh.
Okay, Ma, we get it.
Oh, this is terrible.
With this hip-hop music played over it.
So I want to bring up a movie we watched recently, Lethal Ninja, because there are a lot of parallels. Lethal Ninja is about a crime-ridden town, and there's a vigilante who cleans it up. But our complaint in Lethal Ninja, if you'll remember, was that they don't do anything to establish the fact that there's crime in the city.
Right.
Now we get to Ghetto Blaster, and it's the exact fucking opposite thing. The first 45 minutes of this movie are nothing but, this city is so full of crime now, and nothing happens while they're explaining this over and over and over again.
And characters literally pop into the scene just to say that. They say, oh, this city's gone downhill, bye.
See ya.
The neighborhood's not the same as it used to be.
Have I told you about the neighborhood yet?
3 years ago, this neighborhood wasn't as bad as it is now, but now it's bad.
Do you want some watermelon?
It takes a lot for him to actually get into revenge mode. Like he's pushed quite a bit, and it got to the point where it was just like, just fucking do something. Like it's just God.
Well, you know what the funny thing is though? His dad dies, right? Yeah. That doesn't push him into revenge, but his dad dies. It's like, fuck, I got to take care of all these bills now.
You need you need that catalyst. You need that character. Like, oh, the dad dies. Now he's going to take action, and then he doesn't do anything.
No, he doesn't.
And then his new best friend, the old black man with the shotgun, dies.
What are you doing to my cat? What are you doing to my cat?
And his cat gets set on fire. And that's finally, he says, oh, 2 people are dead. I guess maybe now I'll kind of awkwardly do something.
I'd say traditionally there's always like the snapping moment where the character snaps. And there's no snapping moment. It's suddenly he just sort of jumps out from the bushes and whacks some guy with a baseball bat.
He runs away.
Oh yeah, he's the urban warfare expert, so he knows all these tricks.
He knows how to mildly annoy the gang members. So Richard Hatch is basically like the Wile E. Coyote?
Finally, he puts together the Ghetto Blaster. And he pours
the title of the film.
Yeah.
So you'd think it would be a big thing.
Well, that's the thing. And so he wires it up, and he gives it to this mother who lives, I guess, in the ghetto. And she gives it to her little kid as sort of bait to go bring it to the gangs.
That accomplished nothing.
That was it?
Oh my God.
This is like a cartoon.
This is so pathetic.
But as effects professionals, how did you feel about that amazing explosion?
Oh my God,
Wow.
it was amazing. I love how it was so ineffectual. The guy had it like on his shoulder right next to his head, and it exploded and like
just kind of fall over.
did nothing to him.
In the trailer, you get the sense that Ghetto Blaster is the big weapon that he's created, and that he goes around attacking people with the Ghetto Blaster, and that's not true at all. And it only lasts like a minute. And that's really
And it's in a
disappointing.
montage. Mm-hmm.
Because then all you're left with, all you're left with in the end is Richard Hatch.
Excellent.
Is that him?
Is that him in disguise?
Oh God, I hope so.
That would be amazing.
So they're doing a drug deal in the park with a bunch of people around?
That's where you usually do drug deals, right?
Well, maybe at night,
No, I mean, with people around in the day.
Yeah, well,
It's nice out.
Yeah, I think the moment we realized this movie was a lost cause was during the famous clown scene, where we're never made clear, somebody gives Richard Hatch a tip that there's a drug deal going down in this park, this public park in the middle of the day with all these children and people around. And so he disguises himself as a clown.
See this big balloon? Well, inside this big balloon is the smaller balloon. Inside of that is fulminated mercury. That's right, enough high explosives to smear your ass all over the place. And it is very unstable. Bye, asshole.
I feel like this should be funnier than it is.
Yeah.
This whole sequence.
getting into this whole clown thing.
Yeah, he planned this out. He thought all this through.
I mean, he brought a water
look at that. So we got a clown on a motorbike being chased by thugs, and it's the most boring fucking thing ever.
Sounds like it could be made, and then he escapes by jumping over a teeter-totter over the fence.
Let's talk about the end of the movie, because I don't like anything in the movie, and I want to be done talking about it. How about that explosion?
And I think actually on set they were probably surprised by how big it was. Like it just
that was an accident.
Like it's like there's one big explosion here, and then there's one really close to.
Oh my God! There's a chain reaction starting.
Yeah, and it was massive. I mean, it was like bordering on what's that Arnold Schwarzenegger film? I can't remember.
Junior?
Yeah.
Even the deaths are boring.
Yeah. Really what this movie is lacking is a gimmick. Because it's a very straightforward guy takes back the street story. And the Ghetto Blaster would have been a great gimmick. Like, he uses this giant boombox to kill thugs.
That would be really cool.
Like, that would have been amazing.
It needed to be filled with, like, just gizmos.
Yeah.
It needed to have, like, a flamethrower mode. He needed to, like, throw it on his shoulder and, like, a rocket flies out.
Because he was like
And
a
the-
military weapons technology guy or something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, urban warfare, yeah.
Urban warfare, right.
But the climax of the movie really needed to be him with, like, the boombox on his side, using it as a Gatling gun. It's like a chain gun sticking out the side, spinning around and just mowing people down while music is playing.
Yeah.
And that would have made
Boombox.
music like heavy metal. And that would have been fucking awesome.
Throw him off the ledge in a bad dummy shot. No, that's a real guy, a real stunt. All right.
Which for our purposes is kind of unexciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next film we watched is a personal favorite of mine, Terror in Beverly Hills, starring Stallone. Frank Stallone.
Well, that's a good point, starring Stallone, because he's supposed to be the protagonist, and he's in the movie for about 15%, like 50% of the movie.
There's another cop that's a big part of the first half of the movie.
It's kind of obvious they had Frank for 2 days.
Yeah.
But I guess we should break down the movie and like go through it
Sure,
chronologically. Sure. So the first 20 minutes are the main bad guy just kind of walking around Israel.
We're lucky we got through this part of the movie, because this shit's boring.
Yeah.
Getting on a plane.
Not a set.
I'm sorry, gentlemen.
That's the boxiest airplane I've ever seen.
Look at the headroom.
Yeah.
Headroom Airlines.
I just imagine from the outside it looks like a long rectangular tube with wings.
And there's this terrorist, and they're in Israel or wherever, and they're planning.
Wherever. They're definitely from Israel.
But they're obviously they're planning something bad because they want Palestinian prisoners freed. So they're going to come to the U.S. and they're going to kidnap. They don't tell you who right away.
No.
They're gonna kidnap somebody. So they go to this mall in Beverly Hills.
Right on Rodeo Drive.
Right on Rodeo Drive, and they just start shooting up this little dress boutique.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
That's where we meet Cop, not the protagonist, but somebody needs to star in this film until we can actually get our hands on Frank Stallone.
I'm pretty sure that character was in the script. That was the Frank Stallone character.
Yeah.
And they could only get Frank Stallone for so long because he's in such high demand.
I guess.
So they just replaced him with this other guy for a good chunk of the movie.
10-4.
We don't need to hear who he was talking to or what they were saying.
Is that more or less bizarre than the random black man that not Frank Stallone arrests and accompanies him on the car chase?
Gotcha. Hey,
I like that the light starts making noise. Till a second he puts it up.
He puts the tiny little light on the top of his car, which emits the sound of a police siren for some reason. And then other cops start chasing after this van too. And then our cop stops his car, gets out, and commandeers a cop car from another cop.
Oh my God!
I just want to know what happened to the guy he was arrested. Did he just leave him in the middle of this freeway?
That would be good.
He's trapped, handcuffed in the other car.
Yeah, they cut back to him at the end
in a car in the hot sun.
at the end of the credits.
Hello.
Hello.
So I don't remember how. Now those cops that are chasing the van, they lose the van somehow, right?
They get into a limo at some point.
Oh, that's right. They
Oh my God!
Oh,
so,
and the
so
helicopter
the
shot.
Palestinian terrorists, right? They try to elude the cops. They get out of the van and they get into a limo, and the limo's going down the street. But the cops are wise to them. They know they're in a limo now, and they got the police copter flying overhead. It's looking for the limo.
Looking for the white
and
limo.
it finds the limo, and it's following the limo. The limo's going down the highway now, and it's like, oh my God! Look at that truck. There are naked women in that truck. And that's how the limo gets away.
But the terrorist boobs.
There should have been a scene in the police chief's office.
Reaming him out for that?
Yeah. Well, how did you lose track of the limo? Well, that was his pickup truck. there were boobs in the pickup truck.
Boobses?
There were boobies. We hadn't looked at the boobies, but we were looking at the boobies. We weren't looking at the limo. And the limo drew away. But there were boobies. And he laughed. I thought it was funny.
So then,
And where do the terrorists get away to? Where's their hideout?
the old bean factory.
I think I've spotted the white limo out here by the old bean factory.
The terrorists have the president's daughter in the old bean factory off the 101.
The old bean factory.
Yeah.
Which is never given an address.
No.
It's just the old bean factory, and apparently all the cops know where this is.
There's only one of them.
How do we know this? How do we know there's only one old bean factory?
It's the old one.
How many old bean factories are there?
But is it the oldest bean factory?
There was only one bean factory until the great bean factory boom of 1972. There's like 5 or 6 new ones.
Oh, you know who we're forgetting? The dispatcher.
Move in on the old bean factory off of 101.
None of her equipment is on. She has a computer behind her. It's turned off. This movie's made by aliens because no one knows how to use any of this technology. She's just pressing her keys on a keyboard.
Yeah.
She's doing this. She looks like Keyboard Cat.
That brings up the point that she's got like a headset that links her to a telephone line.
Good afternoon. This is Tony Moto.
Oh, look at the news.
The studio's facing the wrong way.
Further updates.
Margaret, you're in the shot.
Hello, news. We're on the air. The guy looks like John Lovitz a little.
A little bit, yeah.
Hold on.
He does. Hold on.
Is he on the air?
Yes.
10-4, chopper.
Hello, news.
The old bean factory off the 101.
This is
He's just calling the news.
Don't tell the news.
You're on the air. Where's he going?
News is over. News is over.
Newscaster has to get down to the old bean factory.
Hello, this is news. This is almost cut like Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah, it's the feel of a comedy.
Yeah. Everyone's always on the phone.
Yeah, it's phone the
And like,
movie.
if they need to get in touch with the president, it's like
You just call the president right up.
Well, it's
He's got multiple phones just in case.
He had about 17 different phones on his desk.
There's the White House.
the president's daughter. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Forget about this.
The Oval Office.
The Oval Office.
They can't show anything else because someone's doing laundry on the other side of the basement.
Yeah.
Well, this is one great scene in the Oval Office. It starts off. There's a dolly track, and the camera's going by, and it passes like 16 phones, and then at the end of the table, when they run out of dolly track, there's this big phone right in front of the president, and that's the phone he's using.
Yeah.
Oh, the phone's not even plugged in.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually not the president. Crazy person. Hello, this is the president. It just pulls out. He's in a psych ward.
Too boring.
Come on, you can do it. Keep going.
You know what the best part of that scene is, though? When the camera starts dialing away, right? You see on the president's desk, there's a ceramic seagull. They couldn't find a bald eagle. So there's a ceramic seagull sitting on the desk of the president of the United States.
It's big. It's like that big, right?
The president will call in the military if necessary.
That's how cops store their guns, right?
Yeah.
Just leaning against the wall.
Is this the police chief of Beverly Hills, or what's happening?
Can we talk about angry police captain?
Oh, Cameron Mitchell.
Yes.
Cameron Mitchell from Deadly Prey shows up as the police chief, and it's the most amazing performance in any movie we've ever watched on Best of the Worst.
He tops his performance in Deadly Prey.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yes, I'm watching the goddamn news. All right, close the fucking doors. Give me that damn phone. Will you close the fucking doors?
One fucking Marine.
Close that fucking door!
He was the angriest person in the world.
We got the president's daughter in that motherfucking bean factory, and get those motherfucking shooters around here, because they can't shoot any fucking bullets at the fucking terrorists. God damn it!
Close those fucking doors.
And that's those fucking doors. That's his press conference.
The President of the United States is negotiating, as I speak, with the Prime Minister of Israel.
It's an unrelated plane.
And he was distracted by planes, and then he just continued with the scene, but he fucking nailed it.
That's awesome.
Why don't you open an Italian restaurant?
What the fuck does that even mean?
He's so wasted.
You're expecting Frank Stallone to suddenly appear because he's only been in the movie for 5 minutes, and you're already at the 3/4 mark, and he still hasn't shown up. And there's this big, intense scene of a helicopter landing on a rooftop.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose landing on the factory or across from the factory, the bean factory. And
The old bean factory.
The old bean factory, and some guy gets out of the...
He's hanging from the helicopter.
Yeah, he's hanging from the helicopter.
Like, would have been cool entrance for a hero.
Yeah, and it's all like sort of silhouetted against the sunlight in the sky and everything. And he climbs off and, unhinges himself from the helicopter, and the helicopter lifts off. And the guy just starts like mincing around. Like he's like, they better not see me. But meanwhile, a helicopter has just dropped him off on this roof and taken off again. And then he comes down to get to the bean factory. It turns out it's not Frank Stallone.
All that for that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, don't bang against the tin roof violently, sir.
5 minutes of build-up for this character, and he starts rappelling down this like corrugated tin.
Oh yeah, he's just
so loudly. And then, as soon as he gets to the window where the bad guys are, instantly shot. And then you realize, like, Frank Stallone still isn't in this movie yet.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Frank Stallone wasn't there yet because he had to go buy the rope that he has over his shoulder for half the movie that he never uses.
That's right.
Maybe all this is a build-up to Frank Stallone's entrance.
By build-up, you mean filler.
And this is like 15 minutes before the end of the movie.
Yeah. Frank
When he
Stallone
finally
finally
shows
shows up for the last 15 minutes of the movie.
That's how they really do it.
Oh my god.
I almost did a spin take. We're forgetting a whole subplot that was introduced and resolved in the next scene.
You're right.
See, the lead terrorist has a beef with Frank Stallone So he decides that in the middle of their plot to kidnap the president's daughter, that he's also going to kidnap Frank Stallone's wife and child.
Captain, Helicopter 16 spotted a woman and a kid being hustled into a Malibu beach house by some suspicious-looking characters.
That's fucking convenient. Oh my God.
You can barely get that line out.
And in the very next scene, the cops just come and...
They arrive, they manage to kill all the terrorists.
Oh yeah!
The last one wasn't even aimed at him.
Whatever.
Holy shit!
It's excessive force there.
Yeah, a little bit. Wow. Such a pointless subplot.
Yeah.
I forgot it was resolved this easily.
They get kidnapped and then...
They get kidnapped and then a guy goes and shoots everybody.
2 scenes later.
Yeah.
It's not a crime scene. It's not...
Let me skate towards those gunshots.
So then he kills all the terrorists.
There's no muzzle flash.
Shooting? Okay. It's not somebody shooting at him.
No muzzle flash.
Yeah.
The suspense is boring me.
They don't make them like they used to.
What?
What the fuck does that mean? Is that attempted an action one-liner?
I think so.
They don't make people like they used to?
And then there's the final terrorist, his old best friend. And they awkwardly punch each other for 15 minutes.
They were never in the same scene together.
Why did he bring all that rope? He didn't use it. Not a single time. Brought 500 feet of rope.
This is awesome. It's just like stand-ins.
Yeah.
Oh,
Forgot to something.
Fully fell asleep.
Fighting style.
He's getting ready to tell you.
No, that was Frank Stallone's suggestion.
Oh yeah.
It's his fighting style.
Yeah.
Keep punching each other in the
Punch.
face.
Punch.
Really? This is the fight?
She's thinking, is that the only thing you do? Just hit each other in the face?
And then the main terrorist, decides that a more noble death than being punched by Frank Stallone would be to jump out a window and get awkwardly shot by cops as you're tumbling to the ground.
This movie is amazing.
It is.
It's really good.
It starts off so fucking slow. Like we've seen it a few times now, and it's amazing. The first time we watched it, that we actually got through the opening because it is so dull. But once it gets going, it's incredible.
Oh, that section.
The minute they get to the boutique it's just a golden, wonderful. It's a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
A beautiful, wonderful, amazing movie, and it will change your life.
Yeah.
It will change your life forever.
It certainly changed Frank Stallone's life.
And you will never look at Frank Stallone the same way again if you've ever even looked at him before, that is. Which you probably haven't, because he's Frank Stallone.
There is no law if the private citizen doesn't uphold it. You got that? Shit. Bullshit.
So our final film of the night was Killing American Style, the much anticipated film from the director of Samurai Cop and Hollywood Cop, which we have not talked about on Best of the Worst, but we may have to get to that eventually. Rich Evans, explain what happens in Killing American Style.
Colin, There you go.
Wait, what was that?
I'm not sure I caught all of that. Oh!
Okay, I get it.
Okay. It's hard to describe the plot because it takes a while to get to something resembling a plot. The movie starts off with Robert Zadar.
Robert
Zadar. I was going to say Dazar, and I knew that was right.
Robert Bizarre?
Robert Bizarre.
Robert Bizarreface?
Robert Bizarrejaw and friends are robbing an ice cream factory, or what is it?
Oh yeah.
It seems to be, okay, they're robbing a giant parking lot filled with ice cream trucks, and apparently these things are so valuable that they need 17 security guards.
Right.
Drop your guns and come out here with your hands up, or I'll kill your men one by one. You will be blasted by 10 guards.
Were any of these shots filmed on the same day?
No.
Yeah, nothing matches.
We're filmed on the same planet.
Where's that guy?
That looked like an industrial film from the 50s.
It was all bleached out.
What is this place?
So they rob the ice cream truck place and take their giant bag of money.
The money was just in a...
Just in a sack.
Exactly.
in a sack.
With a dollar sign on it. Just in an open drawer.
Good work, guys.
And they take that money, and then they get caught right away. Because one of the security guards is in on it, and they catch him, and he sells out.
Sign it.
It's a legal pad.
And then they're all in jail.
No.
Well, they're not in jail quite yet. They're on the bus that's headed to jail.
On a very backcountry road or something like that.
When a transvestite and a retarded man hijack the prison bus and free Robert Bizarrejaw.
Please help me. Please, mister. Please help me. Oh, help me. I think my legs are broken. Oh my God. Oh my God. Please help me, mister.
How long is this going to go on for?
Please, my daddy's in here.
Thank you.
There's a guy.
Ball back up. No.
Well, then I think it just gets really sketchy and weird. Like, where did the plot go? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? And I think there's 50 minutes of that.
But then...
Hi, sexy auntie. Aren't you going to your...
Ew. He's called her sexy auntie?
Yeah. You're always waiting for your dad.
We sort of meet this character and his kid.
And there's no way you'd think he's our protagonist because he looks like the world's biggest douchebag.
Yeah.
This perm and this ponytail, and he's fucking wearing pink overalls.
What is he wearing?
Overalls.
A jumper. It's a jumper.
It's a onesie.
There's no obvious protagonist.
It's supposed to be pink overalls.
Pink overall,
he's
yeah.
the protagonist, I guess.
Moveralls.
He's the kind of guy you would cast as the spoiled, arrogant, rich love interest rival to the main hero character. That's not what this guy looks like.
Oh my God, what's he wearing?
The analogy I created for this film I thought of it as seeing into the future that you're going to be with someone in a relationship for 11 months and you're stuck in the relationship and you're really unattracted to that person, but you're just going to have to sit there and deal with it.
Friends of the family make you nervous? Come on, let's dump him in.
Oh wait, did we talk about the Robert Zadar sex scene?
Do we have to talk about the Robert Zadar sex scene?
Nope.
Oh, no. I don't don't ever need to see Robert Z'Dar thrusting.
That's different than the scene with the two people that have never kissed another human being in their lives, right?
Oh, that's the sexual sadist.
That's the sexual sadist. He's never been in contact with a woman, and that woman has never been in contact with a man, and they're trying to discover it together. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, that is horrible.
Who directed this film? The guy who made Samurai Cop?
Almost every single character in this film seems like they've never had an interaction with another human being.
Yeah.
Until this movie.
Yeah.
And then their dialogue goes back and forth, and it's just like, ew.
All right, ladies, let's not waste a lot of time.
Can't decide who's more qualified for the awkward flailing position.
Well, this is where you get into the plot proper, where at this point now, Robert Z'Dar is on the run from the cops. He's trying to escape, and his brother, in the process of escaping, gets shot in the stomach. So they go into our protagonist's home, and they kind of like kidnap his family, and
Which is a farm.
Which is they go to his farm mansion.
That is not the same location.
They go on his farm mansion, and they're going to hold everybody hostage until they get a doctor and the money.
How is it?
The bullet's It's gonna do that on a waterbed? It's gonna remove the bullet on a waterbed?
Terrible idea.
Just lay him on the floor.
I can't apply pressure, he's wobbling around.
This is a family affair. It's Robert Z'Dar and his brother and his mother.
And his uncle.
And his uncle. And his uncle and his mother are both younger than him.
Good. Mom, we've got to move fast.
What's the address?
Mom? Mom?
Mom! Maybe he was pre-adopted.
You! I want a doctor. I want one now, and you're gonna get me one.
I know one.
They call up the gay waiter from Samurai Cop.
Dr. Fuji.
Dr. Fujiyama. They call him up to fix his brother?
Yeah.
They don't even call him up. They send the protagonist out to get him.
Oh, yeah.
And then bring him back.
Now move! Before your head goes flying off your neck.
Why aren't they calling the doctor?
I don't understand exactly.
Why is this guy letting him leave the house?
They don't have any. Yeah, none of the other thugs are like holding him at gunpoint. They just say, "Go get a doctor," and so he just drives and gets a doctor, and then drives the doctor back to the house.
Now, to be fair, if he doesn't, they'll kill his family. But what's to stop him from calling a cop on the way?
Yeah.
In fact, they drive by police. And for no reason that we can discern, the police start chasing them.
Yeah.
What are they doing there?
What is happening?
I don't.
This is the police. Pull the man over. Come on, the goddamn
The first action scene and everybody leaves.
I know.
Move! Let's search him. It's okay, Doc. Just do what they say and you won't get hurt.
I like his little doctor bag.
Throw me into this, you fucking dick.
I have like 5 Band-Aids. Is that gonna be okay?
But then they keep Dr. Fuji. Dr. Fuji has to get
Well,
home.
he wants to go. He's dumb enough to think they're going to let him go home afterwards. Now, for a doctor who assumedly went to school for like 8 years, he's really dumb. I go home now. Yes? I go home! and Robert's not, no.
We'll leave when I'm good and ready. Ah! No more. No more! No more!
Doctor, he's bleeding!
Bring him to the room!
You moron! You killed my dad!
The protagonist is unconscious. He's sleeping in a bed because Dr. Fuji gave him an injection.
Gave him an injection?
Don't worry, Brandon. Your father's okay. I gave him an injection. He'll sleep till tomorrow.
What kind of injection did he give him? Who knows?
That's when sex pervert slowly sneaks into the bathroom.
That's a great angle.
That was couldn't have taken those down.
So for some reason he like takes about 10 minutes to sneak into the bathroom where protagonist's wife is taking a bath.
I think it's because he's overwhelmed with desire or something, and he's just trying to take his shirt off, and it takes like 10 minutes.
10 minutes because he's trying to be all silent. He takes his boots off, and then he like starts undoing his pants, and then he like sneaks around the back of her. He could have just walked in and like...
Yeah. Then instead of telling her to get out of the tub, he like kind of awkwardly climbs on top of the tub, and he kind of pulls her out, and then he humps her with his belly button.
Well, that happened.
Okay.
That was thoroughly unpleasant. It was kind of like Deadly Prey. It's like once the wife got raped in that, I was like, oh, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just shoot here. Why aren't they in an official police car?
What the hell? What was that?
So what the fuck happens at this point after that? I don't even remember.
That's when they send the dad out unescorted again.
On another errand.
He's got to meet the mother at a hotel room to pick up the money.
This was the most confusing thing. I don't know what happened in this part of the movie.
And the key, please.
Is that the cop guy?
Yeah.
How do they know they're there?
Hey, who cares?
I can't follow what's happening.
They know about the hotel meeting for money.
How?
I don't know. I don't care. They just do. And we have to deal with that fact.
They know everything and they can't do anything about it.
The cop meets him there at the motel room, and,
The cop's
and he
pretending
pretends
to
to
be-
be like a bellboy or whatever.
Yeah.
And
then they beat each other up.
Nice try, asshole.
And then you look in the room, and on the wall is a picture of a skeleton on a bicycle.
It's the best.
I guess, okay, he goes back home. We're near the end of the movie at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
He beats up 3 police officers at the motel room instead of asking them to help him. So then he heads home with a gun and a bag full of money, okay?
Bag of loot.
And then he goes home, and he throws the gun he just got on his roof.
Oh,
Oh.
you see a pile of guns up there that
That's just the thing he does.
No, he's gonna come back for that later once he's inside the house.
Yeah. He's doing a thing.
He's doing a
He's
thing.
setting up.
I approve of doing a thing.
He intentionally throws it on the roof. For some reason. He could have hidden it anywhere.
Dad, I can't reach it. Why'd you throw it on the roof?
This is when the car of more henchmen shows up for absolutely no reason.
Because they want to have more people for our main character to shoot and kill.
Doc, you go to the window. I'll kill him. American style.
So then he wanders around the house and he shoots a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the cops show up, and our hero says, "Stay back, cops. I want to punch Robert's door a bunch of times."
So they throw their guns.
And the cop's like, yeah, we're gonna let you punch
Okay,
him.
you go do that. We'll stand back here.
And the cops are just allowing this to happen?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Stop it! You have to stop that.
That's enough, John. That's enough.
Who's saying that? His wife? Shouldn't we see who's talking?
She's not.
You didn't get shot anywhere.
He got shot in the cheek.
His face just absorbs it.
And then the wife of the farmhand who's dead and their other kid show up, and she's grieving.
There's a body in our body.
There's more kids?
Oh my god! This is the franchise.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, this is terrible. Oh, this is terrible. So much trauma.
Fucking hell.
And they're all just like, fuck, our husband's dead. And then our main character's wife comes in, she's like, fuck, I got raped. And everyone's just miserable. And that's the end of the movie.
It was a stomach-turning movie.
Yeah, it lacks the I never thought I'd say this, but I miss the charms of Matt Hannon from Samurai Cop.
Oh, or the sidekick even.
Or yeah, there's not a lot of fun in this movie.
No.
I mean, there were parts that we laughed at, of course, but
it's more painful. Like
it's more miserable to watch.
Yeah.
It's depressing. Yeah, you talk about Samurai Cop and you're like, oh, there's that scene with the nurse. There's all these scenes that are fun to talk about. In this movie, it's just like, oh, do you remember that part when the wife got raped? And you just feel like shit.
Do you remember that part with the grieving widow?
Yeah. Okay, so we got Ghetto Blaster, Terror in Beverly Hills, and Raping American Style. Jim, what is your pick for Best of the Worst?
Best of the Worst will go to Terror in Beverly Hills. Because I mean, I laughed so much at it. It was so perfectly awful and terrible.
Colin?
I'm with Jim. That was, Terror in Beverly Hills was my favorite of the evening. It was just like that one, it was like just minute after minute, just laughing so hard and just crying. It was amazing, magical.
Rich?
I think this is going to end up being unanimous. Terror in Beverly Hills is just amazing. It's really fucking amazing, and it might be in my top 5 favorite bad movies.
Then yeah, it's unanimous. Because I would also say Terror in Beverly Hills. You gotta sit through the first 20 minutes, which is very rough. Those first 20 minutes are hard to get through, but after that, you are definitely rewarded. What do we want to fucking destroy?
Killing American Style.
Yeah, absolutely. It's disgusting. It's just horrible.
It's disgusting.
I can't, I'm having a hard time. I mean, if I had to just say what was the most miserable experience, this was disappointing. This just made me feel very bad.
As bland, and usually we say, the worst thing you can be is average, bland, and you have no reaction to it. And that perfectly describes Ghetto Blaster, but this movie kind of just made me feel disgusted in places.
Oh my God.
I mean, there were times where I did laugh, and there's some funny bad moments, but at the same time, it also made me kind of sick.
Well, then I guess my vote doesn't matter, because I would be in the minority, but I was going to say Ghetto Blaster.
Wow.
Ghetto Blaster, Killing American Style has a lot of problems. There are little glimpses of the charms of Samurai Cop and Hollywood Cop. Not as many, but they're still there. Robert Zadar is still in it, which automatically makes it better than Ghetto Blaster. But for me, Ghetto Blaster was so bland.
Yeah.
Like with Killing American Style, there were so many parts where I was just trying to understand what was supposed to be happening that I was engaged on that level. So for me, I would say Ghetto Blaster, but I guess I'm in the minority here, so I almost feel bad because this is the director of Samurai Cop.
I know.
And this does have no value.
Yeah. Well,
So
okay. Well, here's the issue. There is no way we are going to destroy a film by Amir Shervan. Whatever his name is, we love him. We don't know his name, but he's the best. Even though this movie isn't. But we want to destroy something just because that's fun, right?
Yes.
So, Canadian friends, would you be okay with us destroying Ghetto Blaster just for the fuck of it?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So would you say this is Amir Shervan's Last Temptation of Christ?
I don't understand what that means. I know that movie, but that's a good
Well,
movie.
it was controversial, and people hated it because it made them sick, the content. I'm saying bad things, but whatever.
Did it have a man with a perm mullet in it? Did Jesus have a perm mullet in Last Temptation of Christ?
Almost.
Rich, can you just think about the fact that you just compared Killing American Style to The Last Temptation of Christ? Just think about that.
I'm so ashamed.
Oh my Lord.
I'm so ashamed. Yo, hit it. Time to throw it on the cardboard. Yo, we're gonna break dance on some Ghetto Blaster, 80s style. All right, let's kick it.